Howdy folks, and welcome to Skull and Bones. Season 1 is here. It is upon us. It has started. Raging tides. Plague King La Peste has arrived. Philippe La Peste, the Plague King, has arrived. Fight against the chaos and progress through the Smuggler's Pass to unlock a deadly ship, a unique weapon, and rare furniture that allows you to deal significant damage to his fleet's weak points. So this captain, the fleet of pestilence, if anybody's been down to the bottom right corner of the map, you'll see there's an island down there all the way in the bottom right corner of the map, and there's a tower there, and it was the teaser to this season, the fleet of pestilence. And that tower hit you with poison damage and made clouds of poison. It's atrocious. Well, now an entire fleet has arrived. So we've got all kinds of new stuff that dropped with the new season, of course, and you're gonna get to see it here first. I'm trying to be the first one to drop on this, so you guys can see it first, and you can laugh and be like, "Fuck yeah, let's get into this." So let's check out the new store offerings first, right off the bat. So new Tiding Ship Bundle. Okay, that's looking pretty cool. That black and gold is really nice. You got the Crown King and a firework. I like that. That's pretty nifty. Alright, and this one's 7,500 silver or 500 gold, so of course we're going to pick it up right off the bat for silver. I do really like how they drop so many of these little teaser bundles for silver or gold. Now, we got our first full premium bundle here. This one's the El Dorado. It's got some pretty nice looks to it. Interesting sail designs. Oh, I like the dripping blood knife. That's pretty nice. This hardcore gives off those Aztec Mayan vibes. I like it. I like it a lot. 11 pieces in that bundle for 2,500 gold. I don't quite remember off the top of my head how much gold is in US dollars right now, but we'll see here in a minute. That's pretty sick firework. I like that. Let's see that again. That looks good. The Krampus Lemur. Well, I guess we get ourselves a little throwback for Christmas a little bit here. Halloween and Christmas. I mean, he's kind of cute. I don't get the stick on his back, but hey, maybe he likes fetch. Little gold hoarder bundle. That's pretty nifty. What else do we got? Rags and stitches. Oh, a little ragdoll bundle. That's nifty. And we've got a firework, the white flag. That would be great for surrendering to people. Stop taking me all the way to the beginning. And then we got Bright Star. That's pretty nifty. It's all those things that just, I might as well pick them up. Alright, we got our Smuggler's Pass. And of course, there's a premium bundle for it.
Oh yeah, I need to upgrade my mortar.
Let's see here. So we've got a premium bundle that came with it. Children of Dagon. Interesting, interesting. 15 smuggler points. And the premium pass. It's nifty. It's not something I gotta have, though. It's really not. Especially because we've already got a premium pass token. Which comes with... Okay. It actually comes with everything except for the 15 smuggler points, which is probably just level ups, realistically. So let's go ahead and redeem our smuggler pass token. Ooh. Alright, so we've got our smuggler's pass. And then the currency seems to have updated as well. So let's take a look. Currency still looks like it's the same. 500 gold for $5, 1,100 for a dollar. Excuse me, $10. My English has failed me. All right, so that's nifty. Now we've got patch notes, so let's go over those real quick here. Okay, so as far as I know, the actual patch notes were just actually here. Let's see if we can actually get this to boot up properly. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, here we go. So we are looking at Raging Tides patch notes. What's new? The Plague King, we know about that. Alright, Kingpin bounties. Jaws of Retribution introducing Zamaharibu. Oh yeah, we got our new boss. This is the one that's supposed to drop scales. So starting week 2, March 5th to 26th, 2024. And then starting week 5, the 26th to April 16th, they're going to bring in Anguish from the Abyss Road Mangodin, which I'm guessing is the upgraded version of the Haunted Ship as well. We've got 3 unique contracts: the African Ailment, the Pursuing Plague, and the Encroaching Epidemic. Complete these contracts to receive the seasonal vanities for your captain and ship. 1 repeatable contract, Pest Control. Deliver 2 Plaguebringer Captain heads to Robin Blackwood to earn Silver and White Skull Gin. Okay. Smuggler Pass, Carronade, a revolutionary lightweight cannon. The advanced design boosts power, accuracy, and low recoil at the expense of range. And Wailing Ward, engineered by La Peste's cronies, its surface is coded to be resistant to their own toxic arsenal. And the La Peste Schematics 1, increased damage to weak points to enemy ships by 10%, reveals the weak points on the Fleet of Pestilence, which means more than likely we're going to need this to effectively combat their fleet. Which means there's going to be a huge shakeup to our new builds that we've got going out. Different ship builds, we're going to have a big shakeup with that. And then, of course, you got updated gameplay. Legendary Heist. The Heist ambushers will exhibit more threatening behaviors to players that have obtained the helm-coveted loot. Ambushers will spawn more frequently, and more ambushers may spawn each time. Now, what this means generally is that when you go and you do the Legendary Heist for the Helm, which is the PvE co-op mission, that chooses a random location to be given as a reward for attacking a convoy, sinking its main ship, and taking its loot chest to a specific location. Well, that's going to get a little harder now, which makes sense. I know that when me and the guys ran it before, we ran it quite a few times, and it was, I'm not going to say easy, but when you're end game like we are, it's definitely, I mean, most of the community at this point is end game, a big portion of it at least, a majority. And it's not a very difficult thing to do. So this definitely is going to shake that up and make it a little harder. Taking a look over here, we've got the hostile takeover. Increase the participation capacity of the following manufactories during a hostile takeover. So the Coast of Africa locations listed, the Red Isle locations, and the East Indies Isle locations. That means there's going to be more, I'm assuming, like the way they make this sound, increase the participation capacity. It sounds like they're increasing the amount of people that can participate in the hostile takeover. Which is interesting because I don't think I ever saw... I've collected everything out of the Red Isle. I haven't bothered with the African coast yet, or at the East Indies, just because it's time consuming enough to sail around the Red Isle collecting everything. So, looking at this though, it's definitely interesting to see. They rebalance the generation of opportunities to scale accordingly based on the number of players that have unlocked a region. Okay. So they're definitely pushing a little more on the PvP side here, or at least opening up more PvP. There isn't really a lot of PvP in the game right now. So seeing a little bit more isn't necessarily a bad thing. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on that to see how much more they push it. Ship perks. The Bedar has been adjusted the Lancer perk available on the Bedar to reduce the flooding status effect damage dealt. So they nerfed the Bedar, but there's a dev note that the Bedar's flooding status effect was incorrectly dealing damage against ships that were higher in ship rank. We've added a ship rank adjustment to status effects. The adjustment was made to increase fairness when in combat against PvP and PvE targets. So they balanced it, in other words. It sounds like a nerf, but that's why they put the dev note in. It's not a nerf, it's just that it was doing more damage than it should have against higher level ships. That makes sense. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are still going to say, hey, that it's stupid, but it makes sense. Ship rank, the ship rank max cap has been increased from 11 to 12. All right, so we're up to tier 12 ships now, which is going to be great. I know we're all going to jump on board of that tonight and just go ham on it, or this afternoon, that is. Ship equipment, the gear scores of the following epic tier equipment have been adjusted. Carronade was increased by 9%, which is interesting because they literally just dropped it as part of the season pass. Blue Spectre was increased by 9%. The Dardanelles gun was increased by 18%. The Twin Winch Ballista was increased by 18%. La Fleur was increased by 5%. The Wraithful Ward was increased by 5%, and the Black Prince was increased by 5%. So it looks like straight out of the gate, they're already buffing new things, brand new stuff, which is interesting because I don't know about y'all, but in my experience, normally new stuff gets nerfed, not buffed right out the gate. I mean, we're barely, now it's day one, the game just updated for everybody. We're talking an hour ago, so this is very impressive that they're already on top of things like this. It's interesting. Gear scores have been increased slightly to make ship rank 12 more accessible. Okay, that's good, especially because when we're fighting ships that are at a higher tier, the further away they are in tier level, for example, let's say you're taking on Mega Fort Oostin over in the Dutch East Indies, that's a tier 15 fort. And if you're fighting that in a rank 11 ship, your damage debuff is pretty significant there. Because the higher, if you're fighting something higher level than you, you do take a debuff to the amount of damage you put out, and they get a buff to the amount of damage they put on you. It's one of the things that makes PvP somewhat unbalanced if you're not fighting people that are at the same level as you. So, contracts, for the contract Unwelcome Aboard, the skirmisher spawn rate has been reduced. World events, the Colonial Ship World Event invite condition to Infamy Tier 9 now. Okay, so people will have to be Infamy Tier 9 Cutthroat in order to participate in that now, which is good. Captain's Logbook. When performing a view in map from a contract giver, the logbook tabs are now disabled and the player can only be in the map tab. Makes sense to a point. Tutorial updates. Well, we've all been through the tutorial. If you haven't been through the tutorial, I'll read it real quick. Updated various world event tutorials to include group gameplay. Updated tutorial text during the early helm contracts to include information. Fast travel's disabled. Alright, so for goods and resources, cooldown for using consumable items is reset after a player is sunk and respawns at sea. That's good. That's really good, actually, because I know that a lot of people, and hell, even us, me and the guys, when we're fighting these big forts and we're in these big fights, then you respawn in, you need to be able to use your ship or use your, either your ship or your consumables for repairs and such, and you can't. It's nice to see that graphics for various dialogue cutscenes have been changed. Or improved, that is. Why would you... Okay, photo mode in combat. That's going to be a fun thing to play around with. So, Helm Wager. Dens like Telok Penjara and St. Anne will no longer be selected as a point of delivery. Cutthroat Cargo. Fixed an issue where the carrier of the legendary map did not receive a notification, was not able to disembark to an outpost after running out of time. Interesting. Contracts. A nose for business. The contract is now available when players quit to main menu and reconnect to the game. Job board. Fixed an issue where the object for tavern fruit is incorrectly updated when the contributors own a partial number of the required item each. Fixed an issue where players were not receiving any crafting material to craft the bedar if their ship was encumbered while submitting the contract a seaworthy ship. The Helm. Ongoing. Provided a partial fix to allow some affected players that were previously unable to enter the Helm office to enter. We recognize that this fix may not impact all affected players that are stuck at the taking the Helm contract. Investigation on the issues related to taking the Helm is still ongoing. If you are still facing issues after Season 1 patch, please contact the support team. So if you're still having this issue, I was not very aware of this. I knew people were having this issue early on, like the first couple days. I didn't know that this was still a problem. So make sure you're submitting those tickets to the support team. Email them, send them a ticket. And if you're not getting an answer, get on Twitter. Now it's X, but get on X and, talk to them. Send them a message on X. Make a post on their X page so that, it's in their face and you actually get on them. Because sometimes, these people get swarmed with stuff or they're understaffed and you just, if you stick to it, it'll get fixed. They fixed an issue where players are stuck in an infinite loading screen after they enter the Helm office. They fixed another issue where the object for roving orders from the order registry incorrectly requires only 1 skull rum instead of the intended quantity of 100. I ran into that once, but I've only run into that once. Fixed an issue with the tutorial for Cutthroat Cargo was displayed instead of the Helm Wager tutorial when a player first encounters the Helm Wager event. That's good. Helm Wager chests should now appear in the player's inventory when the player accepts the Helm Wager activity. NPCs resolved an issue where the placeholder text was present during the dialogue scene with Admiral Rama upon completion of the contract Dawn of War. Fixed an issue where the dialogue scene does not play when player turns in the Helm lease to Yanita. Fixed an issue where players have to interact twice with Yanita to progress in a nose for business. Okay, so graphics. PlayStation 5 got increased loading speed of outpost assets during the loading screen that happens while players disembark. Fixed an issue where distant views are obscured by a glow when player is near Navigator's Cross outpost. Okay. So they get a little fix for our PlayStation 5, folks. Obviously the PlayStation 5 is nowhere near as powerful as a gaming PC or an Xbox Series X. So it's good to see that they're getting brought up to speed some. It makes the game a lot more enjoyable for them. Network issues, fixed a host left server error. That's good because that can drive some people crazy. Free trial. Fixed an issue where player is frequently disconnected from the free trial version if they shift from premium edition to free trial version while processing resources in the refinery. That is just weird. I don't know how that was an issue to begin with. Ubisoft Connect fixed an issue where player is stuck in main menu after trying to open Ubisoft Connect. Well, that's good. Ubisoft Connect now closes automatically during a network interruption. That's good. Xbox, loss of service while purchasing a vanity from the store will lead the player back to main menu with an error message. Good. Didn't know that was an issue either. So let's see here, because we've been rambling on. Let's see. We got some UI fixes. Fix some Helm. Okay, so the target outpost of the Helm Wager is now marked for you. The untracked button now appears as intended. Fix the heist route. So it looks like we've got a lot of bug fixes, and when I say a lot, I mean an absolute ton. Fixed controller input that enabled players to unlock helm upgrades without being able to see the upgrade details. Robotic voices are present on the dialogue scene for the contract. Okay, so they're telling us that the contract at the Devil's Maw has robot voices. Okay. Footstep audio is fixed. I don't know why that was a concern. Fixed. Okay, so we've got some good fixes. Epilepsy tool. Fixed a spatial pattern fail that occurs while navigating the knowledge menu. That's good. That's definitely going to be helpful for gamers with epilepsy. Text and voice chat. The narration feature now reads buttons labeled in the chat window, so maybe they finally fixed chat. Achievements. The Pirate Assemble trophy does not unlock for players if he joins a group of 2 friends by joining them from another world. Okay. So make sure that you're joining people that are all in the same world as you. Other items. Integrated further engine optimization to mitigate crashes caused by device memory issues. That is really good because we've had a lot of issues. I've even had that problem where it has frozen up my screen and I've had to completely do a hard reboot of my console. Ubisoft Connect, they fixed an incorrect value shown in game overview regarding the number of ships that can be crafted. Loading, optimized loading times that occur when entering or exiting the Helm office. That's good. A lot of people were complaining that was a long intermission screen. They fixed an issue where the player ship sinks even when they do not get hit by reinforcements attack. Interesting. And miscellaneous localization fixes. Alright, so that is a huge upgrade and update for the game. Overall, we're looking at tons of content, or not content, but bug fixes right there. Lots of stuff tweaked and fixed. We've got big update. As far as I know, the actual update itself is only about 3 gigs, which is beautiful. Clash of Pirate Kingpins, Rise from Outcast to Kingpin. Okay, so we know all about that. Now, this will... So your helm info is going to reset every season. We know that much. We've got Treasure Fleet Raiders. Okay, so we know all about that. So let's boot up the game real quick. Take a look at this actual battle pass that we're looking at. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? I hit the wrong button. Here we go. So, we need to be able to see... Where is the battle pass? Loading. What do we got here? Well, there's a new ship. Okay, so this is just our codex that's filling us in on everything. But where is the battle pass itself? It must be at the helm. So let's head up to the helm real quick. A Smuggler's Ways. Looks like we'll have a... Oh, that's going to be our new quest line. Because we've got all new quests and everything. Smuggler's Pass is now available. Find William Blackwood near the docks to find out more. There he is. Smuggler's Network. So we're going to... I guess this means we're going to have to come see somebody for this.
Something more. Having a powerful sponsor at your back could make all the difference. My employer, Mr. Frederick Chewin, may be sitting pretty up in New York, but his connections reach all the way to the Indian Ocean. I've watched you rub shoulders with the local kingpins, colluding to plunder the seas and destroy any who might pose a threat. But how far will your allies be able to carry your ambitions, Captain? Mr. Tulin has great plans for the Indian Ocean. Plans that go beyond these so-called kingpins. When the time comes, someone will have to assume control of this region. Someone who will see to it that business runs smoothly, whether that requires discretion or a firm hand. Are you that person, Captain?
Well, obviously. True
Work with
power.
us, and we'll provide you with all that's befitting a pirate legend, from fancy adornments to enhancements for your ship. But first, to work. It won't be easy. The mega corporations are relentless in their bid to rule, while powerful pirate captains battle for fortune and infamy on the Indian Ocean. One of them is of particular concern for Mr. Tulin. A monstrous captain from the Caribbean who spreads plague wherever he sails, turning chaos to his own gain. Philippe Le Peste threatens not only my employer's business, but that of all freebooters like yourself. You'll need to be ready when the time comes, mate.
Okay, so he's got our new quests.
Yo,
Yeah.
where is everybody?
Alright, so he's got our new quests. We've already got the other guys, the regular squad trying to get in. So let's see here. Alright, so I won't let La Peste affect my operations, or La Peste cannot hope to rival my power. Won't let him affect him. Your dealings will be affected. With the way he's tearing across the Indian Ocean, word is La Peste met his end years ago on the African coast, but the bastard somehow survived and started showing his poxy face around these parts. Yet nobody knows what the lunatic's after. Those who cross La Peste's path are doomed to a slow, agonizing death, and Mr. Tooling's operations have not been spared. Something needs to be done about the Plague King and his fleet of pestilence. I certainly hope you're up to the task, mate. Okay. So those are... He's got available contracts for us. But the real question is, where do we see the season pass? This is where we're sitting here and I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, so we had to talk to him again. Smuggler's Mark earned. Okay, so, and now we can look at the Smuggler's Pass. So turn your contract in with him right off the bat, and we'll take a look. So he wants us to help protect him. So we've got Smuggler Pass highlights, Season 1 Raging Tides, the Quartermaster. Obtain La Potence schematics to reveal weak points on Le Peste's flagship, La Potence. This will allow your cannons to bring the hurt to the Plague Lord. Gunner Master. With its relentless barrage of firepower, obtain the epic Carronade to break the hulls of your foes and send them to the depths. Shipmaster. Equip your flagship with the Wrathful Ward armor piece and watch as your foes choke on its toxic fumes. Ooh, that looks interesting. Okay, so now we've got our actual Smuggler's Pass, and it's in the list. This is good. So, we've got earn Smuggler's Marks. Earn Smuggler points by gaining infamy or completing the challenges. Every 1,000 Smuggler points earned grant you 1 Smuggler Mark, which lets you unlock tiers in the Smuggler Pass. Use your Smuggler's Marks. Smuggler's Marks can be used to advance tiers in the reward track. You have the flexibility to advance these tracks, 3 tracks, any way you choose. Okay, so we got ways to level up. Alright, get rewards. Unlock all tiers in the 3 reward tracks to fully complete the Smuggler's Pass for extra rewards. Purchase the Premium Pass to unlock additional rewards. Well, we already did that, so we know how that works out. So there's a free level and a not free level. Week 1 challenges. Alright. Now I could definitely get on board with this. And Wave 1 challenges. Alright. Okay. This looks good. There's 12 Wave 1 challenges. Complete 30 treasure maps. Complete 8 plunders in a group. Complete the contracts. Okay. No, we can definitely... this will be easy, folks. I think people are going to be perfectly fine doing this. This doesn't seem too crazy. Craft the new ship. Craft a schematic. Defeat 30 plague bringers. Earn 30,000 pieces of 8. Obtain 100,000 silver. This definitely is going to be easy. Our rewards, right off the bat, at level 45, we've got the Barg Bundle. It's a ship blueprint for the all-new ship. And 3 different levels of unlocks. Interesting. Okay. Premium currency. Nameplates. Lots of stuff. Alright. So we've got 30 levels for Quartermaster. 30 levels for Gunner Master. Okay, so these are our captain's cosmetics. And a hull color. Definitely interesting. I don't really think that's really my style personally. But, Repair Bombard 3. A skin form. Okay, so we've got skins in here for weapons. Summit nameplate, clothing. Okay, that's kind of cool looking. Alright, I'm not going to complain. That looks pretty badass. We've got fireworks. We've got the... Alright. And I know I'm kind of speeding through all of this. I know that, you know, some people are going to look at it heavily in depth. Some aren't. Actually, this might just be filler, actually, by the looks of it, because now there's a Torpedo 3 in here. But then again, there are people that are having problems, you know, with the grind for those higher level weapons and such. So it does make sense to have this kind of stuff in here. And 2 carronades, that's beautiful. And I love the look of those. That gold trim and the silver plate, that looks really nice. They're definitely shotguns, so looking at them 100%, they look like shotguns. And then we've got Shipmaster. So Shipmaster is looking interesting. The sail colors look nifty. Got some resources in here. Kind of... I'm a little cross on that. I'm not so sure I like seeing resources. Is that a dance? Kind of. Okay. I'm not so sure about seeing generic weapons and now armor. La Fortress 1, I don't see... So me personally, I'm not liking things like that. I do think that a lot of the different things in here, these fireworks are all pretty nice. Some of these etchings are nice. The colors are not bad either. They're definitely different from what we've already got. The captain, the top end of the captain one clothing looks pretty good to me. That's pretty nifty. They definitely went all out on things like the fireworks. I like the Wailing Ward armor. That looks good. I'm curious to see what its stats are. Can I see its stats? No. Okay, so we'll definitely see what that looks like at a later time. Overall, the cosmetics aren't looking bad. You can definitely tell the difference between the premium cosmetics and the non-premium cosmetics. captain's been possessed. They're giving out a decent amount of pieces of aid in here too, so that'll help people get, you know, some extra gear along the way as well. So once you've put 45 points in, you'll get your new ship, the Barg. We'll take a closer look at that right now, and when you max it out at 90, you'll get access to Skelly Welly, the kitty cat. And that is absolutely fucking adorable. So let's slide over here real quick. Let's take a look in the codex and see a detail rundown of the new ship, the Barg. It is a support ship specialized in aiding friendly ships. Revitalized, restores 0.5% of severe damage and 0.5% of hull health per second, as well as for nearby friendly ships. Restores 15% of damage, 10% of severe damage, and 60% more of hull health on a friendly ship while using a repair weapon. Base rank of 5, like everything else. A hull health of 36,000, which isn't bad. Speed of 11 knots, trimming speed of 15, which is really good in comparison. Granted, it's no brig, but it's still not bad. A cargo of 70,000, that's good. That brings it into range with the Sambuck and the Snow. You know, obviously the Snow's running 80k, but the Sambuck's running 70k. And this ship actually has 1,000 more total base health than the Sambuck does. So you get your bow weapon, both broadsides, a stern weapon, and an auxiliary with it, and you still get 5 furniture slots. So it's realistically, it does not look like that bad of a ship at all, but it does give us our first support ship in the medium class. So for those of you out there that run 3-man fleets and you're kicking ass and taking names, you'll have the ability to have someone healing you in the medium tier that can get up to that tier 12 on their ship. So overall, you know, I think we've got some excellent challenges here. We'll double back to the week 1 challenges. Challenges will refresh every week. 15 contracts on the job board, 3 contracts for Blackwood, 6 merchant convoy events, cook 50 food, and deal 500,000 damage. So this is really good. Overall, you'll get XP for that you can put toward the past just by playing the game, but you'll also get it from doing all the challenges. So you definitely want to push your challenges since they are going to continue adding on and resetting. This is a 3-month battle pass. So keep in mind that our helm will be resetting at the end of this. So get everything that you possibly want out of this in the next 3 months. And I know that sounds like a lot of time, but it's going to be over before you know it. So get as much out of this as you can, as quickly as you can, or at least that is within the 90 days. Watch out. I'm just trying to watch out for you guys. Watch out for each other. And of course, you know, the game itself, all kinds of new stuff. We will be, you know, this video is going to be going up here in about 30 minutes or so. It's launch day. We're going to be doing a big stream today. I hope to have you guys tune in. Don't forget to hit the like button, smash that subscribe. I really hope this has been helpful for everybody to give you a basic rundown of both our patch notes and our new season pass and how to get to the season pass. Getting to the season pass was a little weird. Having to do like a little quick talk to him and then turn it in quest. But overall, you know, we're squared away, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Again, hope to see you guys at the stream later on today, and take it easy. I'll catch you all on the flip side.